The substitution did
substitution
everything. Because
yeah.
if you look at the first half and even the beginning of the second half, it's like we didn't have a game plan.
Exactly.
We didn't have a transition plan.
Yes, that's what
Once we had the ball, we didn't even know where to go.
We lose the
But
ball.
once these guys came in,
Even
like you could see that we were moving forward.
Gideon Mensah, to be honest, I've been watching him for ever since he came to Black Stars. I've never really seen him complete a cross before. Charlie. Otto Addo, senior man. Wallahi, yeah, Otto Addo. So now I think Otto Diola, I have to call him that. Senior man.
Mohamed Kudus. He disappointed me.
Look at the Ghana Black Stars. Look at the team. You have Semenyo, Bournemouth. You are going to also have Kudus, West Ham, Starboy, best goal of the Europa League. So these are superstars. So that superstar complex is already setting in inside most of these guys. I'll be honest with you, the reason that stadium was filled to that capacity was because of the Ghanaian players.
Yes.
And honestly, I wanted us to lose that game. Since 2022, just one away game we've won.
Yeah.
And this whole year, this is our first win.
Okay, guys, welcome to another exciting episode of the PHS Football Podcast. Today, the squad is back in the building. We are about to discuss the Ghana game proper. You realize I did my own solo analysis of the game the same day because I was so excited and I just had to do something. I had to put the video out there. But I also promised that the whole squad will be back to properly analyze the game and then post it again for you to also share your thoughts. So I have, as usual, Zapata is in the building, Dr. Fab as well,
yes.
And we have a new entrant in the studio. Boss, we have a ritual here. Anybody who comes, you introduce yourself, let the people know where you belong. So that when you are arguing in a certain direction, people understand.
It's
Please,
those
your name,
plastic fans.
your team. Yeah.
You know my team. All right. So I thank you for this opportunity to actually be on this show. I think this show is making strides, and I'm really happy to also contribute to this.
Wow, thank
I've
you
actually
very
been
much.
watching you guys for a while now, and I'm happy to be here. So the name is Ebenezer. So my studio name is Eben for short.
Eben is in the building. Which team do you support?
Of course, they're the best club in the world.
Manchester City.
I'm a Real Madrid.
Real Madrid fan.
Yeah, Real
Okay.
The best club in the world is Manchester City. Why would you
What do you mean?
back-to-back club of the year award?
Your man is
Yeah, starting.
until they give you the club of the year, you are not the best club.
Where's the UCL?
You guys can see where this conversation is going to go. Let's get into our main conversation. So, Eben, welcome to the team, and we're excited to have you as well. Thanks for coming. And we know you are going to be consistent. You are going to be coming every now and then.
Very consistent.
As well. So guys, Ghana played. We won 2-1 against Mali. We sat here, we were skeptical,
Yes.
but I remember predicting that Ghana was going to win 2-1.
Wow.
it's
This time I need to start following you because the way this is the second time your prediction is wow.
So if you are a betting fan,
Sure
you have to
odds.
start following me
Sure odds.
because my odds are always accurate.
Yes.
All right, guys. So let's get into the game. As I said earlier on, I mean, it was a sweet victory for Ghana.
Yes.
A lot of people didn't expect it. It came as a surprise, and everybody was happy. Though a lot of people are skeptical, but at the end of the day, it's not because we hate Ghana.
Yes.
It's because we've not seen any good performance of the boys for a very long time. I think Mali's game was an exception.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what do you make of the game? The general overview of the game.
Charlie. Otto Addo, senior man. Wallahi, yeah, Otto Addo. So now I think Otto Diola, I have to call him that. Senior man.
But we will still get into the individuals.
Yes.
But let's just look at generally
wow,
the
Otto,
performance of them.
it was fantastic. And Otto Addo, Otto Diola, Otto Lotti. Charlie,
Yeah.
Otto Addo is everything. Like at a point, I was like,
Otto
Club, everything. When I was watching him, like at a point, I was so excited. I was like, is that Guardiola I'm watching? The way he was managing the game and everything. Charlie, Otto Addo is on top class. Right now, I think the European teams, they need to start looking at him. He really managed the game very, very well. So I think overall, everybody did well. And you said we'll come back to it. But my only issue is just with our left back. We'll talk about it. Yes.
Zapata.
Before
let me take your over.
Before the game will start, I made mention that Ghana is going to win by 3-1.
Yes.
So I wasn't surprised Ghana putting up such a wonderful performance. So when we come back, we will talk about it.
All right. Okay. So let me come to
I'm
you.
the only
Go
one
ahead.
who had reservations on Otoado. I've never really been a big fan of him.
No, not you.
But then
A lot
it
of
was
people did.
it was in the second half that the right timings to make the changes. He didn't wait for things to actually go very bad before he makes the change. That was where I was really impressed with his coaching skills. However, I feel generally the overview, the problem is not with the coaches, because whoever you bring, no matter the experience, it's always the players and their attitude and mindset.
Yes.
It's the same way with Real Madrid, a club like Real Madrid. When you watch them, the distinguishing factor is always that mindset you get it of the players.
mentality.
And I think that mentality of our players is not one that is really healthy. But then the coach was so exceptional. That was why we were able to put in the results.
Wow.
And that was the most important. And I think we'll delve into the nitty-gritties
Auto
of that
club.
one.
Auto club. But why you don't say auto pep?
No. He can't be Pep. You need to reach.
Okay, so
you need to reach some level before you
Before
become.
you can be Pep. Okay.
Winning the
okay.
treble is not easy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So Otoado should win the treble.
Yes. He's trying to win the treble for Ghana.
All right, guys. So let's look at like in the first half.
Yes.
Things were very bad. Like
Very terrible.
it wasn't. It didn't look like we knew what we were doing.
Yes,
What was going wrong? Because like for me, I realized that the Malians were playing the ball more. Their passes were more accurate. We get the ball, like we balloon the ball.
Yes,
We
yes.
pass, it won't go through. What do you think was, going wrong in the first half? Yeah.
So I'll agree with Iben. It was the mentality. If you look at the lineup, so I think Otoado, he went with a 3-4-3 formation, and it's a bit defensive. So I think, to be honest, all of us, I was hoping, I didn't know, in our last meeting here, in our last discussion here, I didn't know we're playing away. That was why I even said we're going to win 1-2.
Yeah.
So when I realized that we're
was
going away, and in the it was 50,000, the stadium was packed with 50,000 Malians.
and
And
like
lots
it
of
was
people.
filled.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, a very hostile environment. So I believe that initially the mentality was to go for a draw. So that's why I really like what Atizigi did, and I really commend him for that.
Yeah.
There were some saves he made.
The first 10 minutes was crucial.
He was actually our
It was
best
crucial.
player
Yeah.
at that
For me,
point.
I voted him as my man of the match.
Myself.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, he managed the game very well for us. So after we conceded, Otoado now felt like, no, once you concede, then you have to come out
There's
and play the
nothing to lose,
football.
yeah.
So to be honest, I believe that Otoado was going to
trying to manage
Bamako
for
for
a
a draw. So when he realized that, no, they've scored, he decided to open up. So the reason why we lost it in the first few minutes in the first half was the mentality, as Iben said. Last time too, I also spoke about Real Madrid's mentality. The kind of mentality they had, they were going in for a draw. Bear with me. In our last 10 matches, Ghana, we won 1, drew 4, and lost 5. So obviously, we're in one of the worst forms of our life. So we're going in there, and a draw would have been okay by me. So getting a victory in Bamako, I believe that they really
Amazing.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yes.
amazing. Let me come to you. What was happening in the first half?
The first half, if you watch the ball very carefully, you realize that our players, they were very calm. I don't know if it's because of the stadium. Like they were
It was like nothing was at stake. They weren't.
They weren't themselves.
Yeah.
They were they just packed the pass and they were just seriously defending. So if you watch the lineup, you realize that it's 3-4-3. But later on, you realize that the defense is now 5. They've dropped down deep and they are just defending. And Mohamed Kudus, he disappointed me.
Yeah, we'll talk about individual. We'll talk about individual.
I'm even
players.
talking about the first half.
Yeah.
He really disappointed me because some balls that we know our Kudus would do, like he wasn't able to, deliver. So
Generally, I think he had a very bad day.
Yes.
Eben, let
It
me
was
come
one of
to you.
those days for Kudus. But then, if you watch the first half, everyone has said it. It's actually the same thing. The problem was that the mindset or the mentality they came with to approach the first half was very terrible. And even when you watch them, it's like they are not pressing. No one wants to press. You lose the ball, then it's like they are relaxed. Then the Malians are passing the ball. And mind you, this Malian squad is like one of the most active squads, or let's say one of the. They are very energetic. They have energy and they can go. I think it was.
And they are playing better clubs
It was
than
42. It was 42 degrees there.
Wow.
But they are used to that. You get it, and they were enjoying it. But then look at the Ghana Black Stars. Look at the team. You have Semenyo, Bournemouth. You are going to also have Kudus, West Ham, Starboy, best goal of the Europa League. So these are superstars. So that superstar complex is already setting in inside most of these guys. Alidu and all of these. Alidu is one of the most wanted fullbacks in the league. So these are players everyone is actually watching. And I'll be honest with you. The reason that stadium was filled to that capacity was because of the Ghanaian players. You get to see players in the Premier League. You get to see.
I think even at the airport, some people came there with GCs and all those to just meet party in Arsenal.
You get it.
Yes.
We have the biggest in terms of African football. We have the biggest stars. In all due honesty, if we are going to be honest with ourselves, even though the Nigerians have some superstars, but if you watch individual superstars, we have that. So if you watch that, then it's in their heads. You expect Salis to come and actually be pressing so hard or what? Or you expect Kudus, a star boy, to be pressing. So that's what we lacked in the first half. That mentality was something I feel Otto was now able to change or instill into them in the second half. That's how come we were able to switch up the whole game in the second half. But honestly, if we actually want to play a very good game, we can. Because we have the boys for that. We have the coach for that. We just need to actually change our mentality. And that is why Ghanaians criticize them all the time. And it's a good thing. I'm personally happy when I see Ghanaians criticizing them. And honestly, I wanted us to lose that game. Because I saw them going there to lose. And if they have lost I feel, so I don't want to be honest.
Our US visa. You are watching it like in the house of the Ghanaian.
There is a video of them. We have a long way to go. The group is
I'll be going with Zapata. You can't tell us
there are 10 games.
Our US visa.
Obi, there are 10 games.
If we have some US
no, if we just qualify for the
there are 10 games.
You know, if we get some good sponsorship, the whole team can actually go for the game.
You know,
so let's be hopeful.
The point is, there are 10 games. There are 10 games there.
So you can
10 games in the group. It means that even if you actually bottle this one, because right now as it stands, we're actually on our way to qualify. You get it. So if we had lost that match, that's a wake-up call on them to actually press them. Because I feel they are not actually since 2022 we've won just one away game. Since 2022, just one away game we've won. And this whole year, this is our first win.
Wow.
That is not a serious squad.
And we are in June, so that's like our 6 months, right?
Exactly.
And I remember saying in our last podcast that these players don't like for the past few years. We've not seen that Ghana we know, that squad we know.
Very true.
Everything is always at stake for our players. The era of the Sule Montaris, the era of the Stephen Appiahs. Like these guys play all out. But it's like, and they were equally superstars.
There was passion.
But you get it. Yes, but this squad is always just they play as if they are not interested. You get the point I'm trying to make. So I think it was a surprise for everybody. And I also remember making mention on my solo review that it's not because anybody hates these guys.
Exactly.
It's because we want the team to do better. That's why we actually criticize.
In the last AFCON, it got to a point, the journalists, Sadiq and all, they were all... It was a very bad... They were all...
They were stressed.
That's why South Africa has taken one of the biggest decisions, and I was always talking to you about that. Majority of the squad, 80% of their squad, are locally produced players. They play in the South African League.
Look at their back five. Their back five against Nigeria.
Mudau, Percy Tau, Zwane, Mokoena. Most of these players are...
their game against Nigeria, they were very solid at the back.
Exactly.
And the five...
I think we'll come to the Nigeria game. Let's finish the Ghana game. We'll come to the Nigeria game. So let's look at what's changed. Because the first half, terrible. The second half, things started to change. What do you think changed?
Okay, so...
You talked about mentality.
Yes.
Do you think the pep talk in the dressing room actually changed something for our team?
That's something.
So I think, to me... From the beginning, the pre-game and everything, Otto proved that he was a ruthless coach. Imagine Otto of all people. Who are you to drop Andrea Ayew? Who are you? Coaches have come. Look at Chris Hughton. Look at the teams Chris Hughton he has coached. But he couldn't drop Andrea Ayew. Otto did it. He came in the starting 11. He dropped Jordan Ayew. Who are you?
He didn't even
Jordan Ayew. In the last 4 matches, Jordan Ayew has scored 5 goals for the Black Stars.
That's true.
So he's in the form of his life. You come in, you drop. you didn't even pick Andrea Ayew, and you in the starting 11 you bench Jordan Ayew. So I think in the dressing room, I'm pretty sure that.
And I remember after the game, the day Ayew came and then tweeted that I'm super proud of my younger brother.
Yes.
I say about Capito. I'm congratulating the whole team.
So you see, so I'm sure that in the dressing room, he will be like, Charlie, I've coached Haaland. Who are you? Who are you that I can coach? Step up. Those Dortmund players. I've coached Bellingham and cool. And so I'm pretty sure he was a bit ruthless in the dressing room. And when they came out, they changed things. And the players. If I'm also there and I feel like I'm the star boy in the team and I realize that Otto can do anything to me, Now I know there's something at stake. You know, some of these players, they play like we are begging them to play for us.
Like Kudus.
Okay, no, let Zapata say his mind.
Okay, so I think that was what changed. I believe that he just made them understand that nobody is irreplaceable in the team. If you just joke, you are coming out. I think that was just what he instilled.
You remember, we made mention in the last podcast that he should stamp his authority.
Yes,
That's one of the
yes,
things
yes,
that will
yes,
help.
yes.
And like I feel that Ghana is such that, like, you know, we look at the nature of the coach and we take advantage of it.
Yes, exactly.
If you make sure people know that you are in charge, definitely everybody will respect you.
Nobody.
You get it.
Yes.
Zapata, what changed for the team?
I would say when they started the match itself, I told a friend that immediately I watched the first time, I told a friend that this match is like a Madrid mentality. If you watch the Madrid-Dortmund final, Madrid was just defending, even though they will have one counter and try and do something. So I told my friend that this game is like, and the goal Mali scored, I felt it was a foul ball. Because if VAR was to be there, that ball wouldn't have been a goal.
So so man, he doesn't eat. That Gideon Mensah.
No, it was a foul ball. It was a foul ball.
I'll not agree. How can you be from Ghana? You eat and you stand there and let somebody use the
We are
ball.
talking about the Mali. They're also huge. And they are also
It's never a foul.
There's a lot wrong with what happened.
Yes.
Like from
It's never a
Gideon
foul.
Mensah.
Yes.
He wasn't even aware that there was a player.
Can you imagine?
As a defender,
As a
that is
defender,
very
you're
wrong.
not
It's very, very
Your
good.
awareness was
He
very
wasn't aware.
It was a foul.
It wasn't a foul. I don't agree.
He should
It was
have.
never a foul.
He should have.
That's not a foul.
It was a clear
It's
foul.
never a foul.
So I forgot punish them by scoring them 2-1. Oh yes, it's true.
How
All right,
is that
so
a
watch.
foul? Okay, so you continue.
It's the mentality. I feel Ghanaian players watch the Madrid game and they were like, Charlie, let's react to Real Madrid. I'm telling you the truth. It's the mentality they use to enter into the game, because if you watch Real Madrid and Dortmund, what happened in that final? You realize that Madrid was defending so much, but at the end they delivered. So I felt Ghana also defended very well, and at the end we gave them.
No,
the
but the
showdown.
difference is that we know how Madrid.
But did you
plays.
see the stats?
You get what I'm trying
You
to
see
say.
the
We know
stats
how
of the
Madrid
Black Stars.
Madrid
play their
allows
ball.
you to attack them.
You get
They
it.
watch
It's their
before they react.
format. But Ghana, that is not how we've been.
Exactly.
Poor.
No.
So if
Do you know Ghana played 11 shots and 4 on target, and they played 13 and 3 on target?
you get the point.
They
I'm
really
making.
did well.
We are not saying
Ghana.
this game was an exception. We understand the point you are coming from, but that is not the Ghana we know.
Oh, the Ghana we know has already died.
Not even that. Because what I'm saying is that for the past few games, they haven't showed what you are talking about. So we cannot say that is what they are
That is
trying
what
to
they
do.
were
Yes,
trying
yes.
Oh, it's true. That's what I'm saying. That.
Yes.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
it was a coincidence. It's not as if it was a plan.
No, where they went to the stadium, they played the ball.
Okay.
And the carnival of supporters that came there.
Okay.
You see, you have to play that Madrid football.
Okay.
And it's called Wanzam football. Just pack the bus.
Wanzam football.
Yes, Wanzam football.
Okay.
So you
We
just
get
pack
that.
the bus, then you just deliver.
He doesn't watch. I think he doesn't watch Real Madrid in this.
That's how Real Madrid
He doesn't
plays.
watch
And
Madrid.
finally, we claim they are the world champions.
Yes.
Meanwhile, we know that's how they play.
Yeah.
They only pack the bus. 90 minutes and 91 they'll score you. And after that,
You would
they say
have to
Ballon d'Or
understand the way they
Pelé.
play. You would have to understand the way Madrid plays. When you watch them, I think many people don't watch La Liga. It's a normal thing. It's not a league
Because
that
it's not
attracts so many.
a
You get
big
it.
league.
But
So-
however, you can't still undermine La Liga because they're actually
Very
the
true.
kings of Europe.
Prince,
And that's-
not
Prince,
heroes.
If you don't stop the two of them, they'll go off topic. Because you know, Zapata sees Madrid as his main rival.
Somebody says that no matter the conversation, Zapata will find a way to bring City.
if you don't control your
So the truth is that I'm very disappointed in Blaster not going in for Enzo Maresca because
Blasters?
yes, Ghana Blaster, we should have just sacked Otuwado and just bring him this guy to come and change the guy's mentality.
So you're still not happy
you
with
pay Enzo Maresca.
No, the reason I'm saying that is that you see the carnival of Man City were playing under Enzo Maresca.
Don't bring this. What changed for the team?
This is serious.
That's Zapata for
This
you.
is serious. But
what
honestly,
changed for the team?
for me, was the changes. It was nothing else but the changes.
substitutions
You get it?
in
I was
there.
speaking earlier on the fact that I wasn't seeing them pressing. You get it? They were so relaxed and all of that. But then when he brought in Abdul Mumin, you could see that there was actually some. It was a bit solid at the right hand side there. You get it? And when he also brought Elisha Owusu, now the middle was
Fantastic.
actually very,
The
very
guy really
relaxed.
Abdul
impressed
Mumin
me,
was
to
the
be
guy
honest.
wearing the 4 for Ghana.
Yes.
Yes.
He was very terrible.
How was he terrible, Obi?
I'm telling you the truth.
That
guy
right
was
side,
very
they were
bad.
really killing us at the right side.
Was it Dumbia was dribbling?
yes.
And
Doumbia-
Dumbia is a very good dribbler.
Dumbia, you don't joke with it, but he was able to still withstand that pressure.
Oh,
You know, there was pressure on
That
our
the guy
right hand side.
that
Abdul Mumin was very, very
He
terrible.
was
How was
terrible.
terrible?
I'm telling you the truth.
How was it terrible?
See, when he came in, he didn't know. Like during
Alidu
the-
is fidgety.
we were playing 1-1 when he came in. If I stand to
Yes,
correct
yes,
it,
yes,
we were
yes.
playing 1 when he came in, and when he's throw ball, he's just relaxed. He doesn't want. I don't know if you understand what we need the goal.
Did you watch Alidu at all?
Alidu was one of
Alidu
our
was clumsy.
Alidu that they were dribbling up and the
He was
basa
clumsy
over
too,
the
there.
Ali.
work they were doing, you wouldn't understand. So you tell me they were dribbling. Alidu Seidu and this guy Tariq Lamptey, they did a wonderful job in that.
Tariq Lamptey, fine, but we are not. Nobody's saying Alidu said he didn't do anything. No.
They kind of
But I agree with Eben because at that side, Dumbia was always successful with any take on.
They were using that side.
That side.
They were
So he
using
had to
that. All
bring
their chances
moment
came
in
from.
the-
Watch the
at
heat
the
map. You
moment to-
realize their chances were on that.
It was
flank.
Elisha Owusu that actually even impressed me.
I know what I'm saying in the comment section.
Okay.
The fans will surely
Oh, no,
deliver that because I know at the moment
prove
when
you right.
when he came,
I think,
he was very terrible.
this same
Okay,
take of mine is
alright.
the same thing as that which was what's his name? Oroku was talking about Ambofo. That was
yes,
what
yeah.
Oroku too suggested. I listened to his post-match analysis. He said he felt the stability at the right hand side when we had Mumin coming in.
yes, yes.
Then Elisha Owusu was actually the one who
Oh,
impressed me
fantastic.
very well.
Myself,
you know,
I was
Salis
really
was
impressed.
really dull with the way he actually kept calm.
Yeah.
in
And
the
Yeah.
middle.
Salis has
You
lost.
get
Do
it.
you know he has even lost form?
I-
and I'm wondering.
exactly. I even
Champions
asked
League
them.
player, the way he was playing.
Even Thomas Partey, he was terrible.
You see, Partey
that one on one.
when was the last time Partey actually impressed in a Black Star team? But Partey is Partey. There are some times that Partey it's like them Ozil. You know, when Ozil was in Arsenal, he'll be messing up. But there's just one pass Ozil will give it to change the game.
Exactly.
And when some two true balls Partey gave, it was
it
on
was
point.
on point, yeah.
You understand? It was Salis that really. I can't remember.
He was supposed to
At the
hold
World
them.
Cup,
The
Salis was
midfield.
so good.
He was
But
supposed
this
to
time, I
hold
don't know
midfield.
what's happening.
He wasn't
He
holding
was
the
not
midfield.
give the assist right.
The cross.
Yes, the cross, yes.
Fantastic.
I'll be
The
honest
cross,
with you.
yeah.
The cross was very good. The cross was good. But I'm giving more credit to Noama.
Noama, yeah.
It wasn't
Yes,
an easy
Noama.
one to actually get because
He
the
had to,
defender was
yeah.
literally getting
Yeah, he
onto
had
that.
to, yeah.
And Noama has scored similar goals for Lyon. A similar header, similar
Headers. Oh, so
situation.
he actually scores
I think
headers.
Kudus was even asking him post-match that how does he do it? You get it? Because if you watch his side, he's not someone that should be able to challenge for
Yeah.
those kind of balls. So I actually put much credit on Noama for actually getting that. But then for me, like I was saying, let me just wrap up on
The
that.
substitution.
It was the changes for me. When you saw Fatao coming in, that was where the pressure.
Yes.
He was pressing
the king
from
of
the
Boy
wings.
can run.
Fatah.
He was really
It's
It's
my
Fatah-
prayer that guy will come into the.
So are you now
Chelsea
Fatah,
team,
Zapata? Fatah?
No. I already made
You
mention that
mentioned
Fatah
that Fatah can start in the
start in the Chelsea team.
Yeah,
So if
yeah,
he's
yeah.
Of
he's
course.
playing like this,
Of course.
You are not surprised.
Yes, I'm not surprised.
Okay.
Because if you watch it's Madueke, but he can actually play that side better.
You see,
So when Fatao came in there, you could see there was energy.
Yeah.
You get it. Be that as it may, like Farid was saying, it's that thing inside them. So when Otuado makes you feel like anyone can be replaced, whoever you are, then everyone gets serious. Because the younger ones and even the older ones who are
And they get
experienced,
excited because they know
see
they
that
can get
I can
opportunity
actually
to
get
play.
replaced.
Yes,
You get
yes,
it.
yes.
So when the time came for these young ones, they actually came in
They
with pressure.
proved, yeah, they proved.
And then when he brought Jordan inside, because he actually kept Jordan on the sidelines,
He had to
he
prove,
had
he
a
had
point
to,
to
yeah,
prove.
he had to
So
prove
Jordan
a
too was
point.
very active. I think it was
Yes,
Fatah who was lashing onto the loose balls before Jordan got the scraps. And he was
I think it
able
was
to get
even
the goal.
an assist from Fatah.
Exactly.
Because he hit it off Fatah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fatah took on one of their players and I think
Yes,
he
yes.
slipped. And the ball came to Jordan. Jordan hit
And
then
it hit Fatah and
it-
came
it-
back to
it
him.
hit one
that
of their
ball, right? It
players.
was a penalty.
And then he hit again.
see.
And then he scored.
But
Yeah.
Zapata, you know this is
But
Africa. You don't.
I think that
And this is the World Cup
I
qualifiers.
am with him on the what
substitution.
changed the game.
It changes.
The substitution
the
did
substitution
everything
did,
because
yeah.
if you look at the first half and even the beginning of the second half, it's like we didn't have a game plan.
Exactly.
We didn't have a transition plan.
Yes, that's what I'm
once we
talking
had the ball, we didn't even know where to go.
We lose the
But
ball
when-
in no
once
time.
these guys came in,
matter.
like you could see that we were moving forward. Once they get the ball, the ball is going to Fatah. Fatah is going to the corner.
Yeah,
He's coming back in with
Yeah.
a cross. And you see, the transitioning was okay. So there
very
was
quick.
more pressure on the Malians than the first half.
Yes,
So
yes.
for me, I think Otoado did very
We
well
could
with them.
hold the ball more and be
Yeah.
confident on
Yeah.
it with Elisha in the
Exactly.
middle.
Oh,
Exactly.
Elisha really impressed me. So I had
Exactly.
to. I was like, so where from? You know, Black
Yeah.
Stars.
Yeah.
Oh, Elisha really impressed me. I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
hope and pray that it will continue because Ghana we have those things.
Yeah.
When we had the striker, the Roma player,
Afenajan.
When he came, you know, his first game were all hailing him and they left Ghana. Ghana, you see, Ghana, like, you see, if you are talking Ghanaians, you can't really understand them. The next minute, they'll all be hailing, and the next minute, Charlie.
They will insult
So
you.
sometimes I wonder how these players they do it because what the things they write about them on social media, I wonder how they do
They're
it.
really trying.
Because like Gideon Mensah,
Come and see. It's
Gideon Mensah, to be honest, I've been watching him for ever since he came to Black Stars. I've never really seen him complete a cross before.
Yes.
And you are left back.
Yes. His attacking progress are very low. That guy
So
is very
What about defensive?
let's look at the
He's the Kamavinga in the team.